Hello everybody, I'm Isaac Vonberg and welcome to Rimworld. I'm planning a little game of this. I think it's going to be fun, especially if all the mods that I've gotten do it with work out properly. Which is neat. I've got an idea, and I'll give a little story thing here in a minute. But first things first, we've got this nice little debug log, and that's because of all the brand new, way crazier mods we're running. I'm running on 1.2 right now, and here is a list of all the mods I'm running. Just gonna scroll down through this slowly. There we go. That being said, I'll meet you at the event screen. I've got to do a little more prep, but we'll get right into it. Sirens blared as red light filled the decks. The ship they all worked on, the Cordiance, was harboring something they didn't like. A planet killer. A weapon capable of turning the Rimworld below into a pile of dust and floating rocks. Gunshots rang out as they entered an escape pod. 3, 2, 1, as the pod rocketed out of the side of the ship, flying down into the atmosphere. Looking up, they could see explosions rock the deck as the ship shatters, the entire front hull ripping into the atmosphere behind them. They were safe, for now, but they've arrived on a strange Rimworld, and their specialty is kill. Alright, so welcome to the game. It took me like 4 takes to get that right, and I apparently typed it wrong, but you know, whatever. Here we are. Now, did I get the right map? I did. Yes, okay. So we're using I'm using a seed, which is KMD Q, and we're running a scenario that I came up with, and it is for kind of mercenaries, because what I want is to focus on going out and punching as many of the nearby colonies as we can and doing missions like that, right? So we started here at planet. Oh, there's the seed, KMDPU, coverage 50%. Yeah, so we're here at 22.52 north and 27.45 east, and this is a great strategic position. If we look on the map here, you can see around that there are plenty of bad men going on. I have my mouse cursor turned off because the last game we were playing was Cataclysm and it got in the way, but I'll turn it back on. You can see around about where my thing is. So things will just kind of appear and disappear, but don't worry, I'll fix that in the next episode. Oof. First things first, we need to set up a stockpile, and I'm thinking over here might be a good place to have them like shelter first for a night. You can see that we're in a very defendable position, right? Because we can build a wall here, and then a wall in between these two, and a little wall down here, and then this entire area is ripe for us just to have. So I think what we'll do after setting up the priorities is tell them to build a little base here. Let's go ahead and hang on. There's a mod I got. Orders, allow everything. There we go. So the big mods that we really need to be concerned about right now are 2 of them that I have. And that is Rim Threaded, which may crash the game sometimes, but should make it run a lot better, and a mod called, I forget what it was called, but it cleans up the game, runtime CG, or GC, in Game Cleaner. And it'll clean up the game every once in a while to fix some things. So let's get those priorities set up. I'm probably going to time lapse through this because this could be tedious. It looks like I did not anticipate anybody to be able to cook. That's fine because they're not really supposed to be these kind of people that go out. They're supposed to be mercenaries. We'll go through them soon. I'll just keep that at normal. Who's better at constructing? I think Enders, but Dakota, that's Dakota's job. Dakota's job is to just do stuff, and Enders is more of a specialty. He'll learn how to craft and do things like that. I kind of hold him to be a decently large priority, and obviously Isaac will be a reserve point in management. That too, so we can do that. Managing versus managing is important. Unless I have somebody else manage, like Daryl or Enders. Yeah, so let's just need somebody to grow. I guess nobody's like really good at it, so I'm gonna have not Dakota. I have Daryl, even though he's really bad at it, he'll learn. Though he is the miner. Ooh. I think I'll put everybody like a 3 for that, and whoever has the most IM can just do that. We won't worry about smithing or crafting or tailoring until we actually have the ability to do those things, and then I'll designate somebody to do it, because we very well may have more colonists by then. I'm not opposed to having new colonists, but they either have to be extremely specialized or they have to be really good at shooting. Speaking of which, we need to distribute guns. So one of my favorite mods is this one down here, that adds this little colony tab, and you can see all their stats and stuff at a glance. So Dakota does not have best shooting. Well, we can go through them all while we're here. Okay, so Dakota, her bio. It's Laura Dakota Henson. She's an industrial orphan. She never knew her parents. Her earliest memories were of drudgery in the mines and workhouses of the industrial world. And when she grew up, she became a factory worker. She did menial, unskilled labor in a factory, and her job also included caring for mules and horses, which transported the goods. So she's pretty good at animals, but she's incapable of intelligent, artistic, or cooking. She is open-minded and neurotic. So she's gonna do the bulk of just construction and building things and taming animals, hopefully. She was on the ship to do engineer work, fixing hull repairs and things like that. We obviously have Isaac. Isaac Bonberg, he's male, 21. He's an amateur astronomer and a mercenary pilot. His job on the boat was to fly little shuttles to and fro places. And when he wasn't doing that, he was just kind of hanging out, looking at the stars around him. He's going to be our researcher. And he's incapable of caring and incapable of artistic, but he is super immune and too smart. Daryl Cantor was a gun kid in his youth. He grew up on an herb world. Daryl never really had it easy, and every day was a struggle with pollution, hunger, and gangs. In the little space that he had to himself, he studied his passion, guns, combat, and war history. He's a fan of Sun Tzu. When he grew older, his country was invaded by some force, and he was drafted into service as soon as he was of legal age. He quickly grew an aptitude for rifles and spent months living in the forest picking off soldiers who dared to cross the border. So he's our sniper. He's the best shooter we have, and hopefully we'll see that. He's a night owl, and he's abrasive. I'm sure he picked up the night owl when he was hiding in the woods waiting for people to walk around. And the abrasiveness is just literally being a very honest person. Derek Enders is an amateur engineer. He was on the ship to fix things, and he's a battle mechanic. So he was there with the rest of the squadron or fire team, depending on how you want to put it, to do combat engineer things, place landmines, fix trucks, that sort of thing. He's incapable of cleaning or plant work, but he's an undergrounder and he's ugly. He's not the most pleasant to look at. But he should be good at construction. Yeah, he's good at construction and crafting, so then we have Tammy Evans. Tammy Evans was a doctor, combat medic to be exact. She ran with these lads when they were doing ground assaults on planets because they're all mercenaries. All these colonists were on that ship because they were contracted to be on that ship, but once they learned of the planet killer, they sabotaged the engine, specifically Enders and probably Dakota, because Dakota knew the way around. So Enders and Dakota sabotaged the engine and fled to the escape pods while the others covered them. I wouldn't say they're the absolute most, like, moral people, but they're better than just blowing up planets, because that's genocide. And if the people on the planet are dead, then you don't get paid for the people on that planet. So let's give guns out to people. First off, I think Daryl and Isaac are the best shots. Isaac's got an 8.6, Daryl's got a 12.8. Does anybody have a higher than... Yeah, so... I'll give Daryl the alternate rifle, if I can. No, I didn't want to draft you. I wanted you to grab the gun. Can I please? Dakota? Is my game broken? Ah. Something has broken my game. I don't know what it is. Outstanding. Well, I'm gonna have to look into this. Okay, so one game crash later, and everybody's finally able to move again. There's one more thing I need to just do real quick in here. Just tell Enders that he's allowed to build stuff. Okay, there we go. Now look at that! Everybody can move! Isn't that fucking great? Wow! Okay. First things first, we need to get rooms going, even if it's, like, not actual rooms, just kind of rooms. We'll go build them out of steel, probably, actually. We've got steel, right? Plenty. Yeah, plenty. So let's go make this out of steel. Just go down here with it, and down there. We'll tell those 2 bits to be mined out, and we'll fucking smooth out the rest, and we'll have this nice little room area. Other than that, what I think we need is growing zones. And we could build them over here. Build, like, a kitchen here. Okay. I forgot to turn on my mouse thing, but that's fine. And then, yeah, we'll build a kitchen here with the eatery right there. And we can have intermittent houses and warehouses and whatever we need. Around here. I seem to be having some minor audio glitches, but that's fine. We can live with those. Because we are running experimental mods, I don't expect it to work, like, perfectly, you know? As long as it works well enough to play. I should probably turn the autosave interval up, though. So what we want is rice, potato, and we're not gonna have these for a while, but I want cotton, wherever it is. Cotton. I can never find it. Cotton plant? Oh, apparently we can just go ahead and grow cotton. That's good. And heel root. We won't be able to grow heel root for a while. Alright, and they'll get onto that. Should do at least. Ooh. Get little micro stutters in here going on. I don't know what that's about. Like the game had to think there for a second about what was going on. We are using the P Music mod, which is a mod that adds a bunch of different songs. Let's see how it does on 3-speed. Oh. I think unstable is an understatement. There we go. Look at him go. I think drastically speeding up the game was an understatement. Look at that. They're just going. Oh, I accidentally switched to 4-speed. That's why. But we only dropped to 25 frames when we went to 4 speed, so that's pretty good. Alright. Oh, we have more floors, which is really nice. That'll come in handy. But now I think we want, like, the cheapest one we can get. The vertical floor here, plain or wide wooden floorboards takes up 2. Easy to build, and it doesn't look bad. It's like barn floor, but I think it'll fit better. Why don't we do something like this? We'll put... Now these these vertical ones, do they get any boost? No. Okay, so there's no point to variance. We just go ahead and fill this out. Right. And they're growing things over here? Yeah. Oh, we needed to give people guns. That's what we were doing. Okay, Daryl. Grab that Mosin. That is definitely a Mosin. That is 100% a Mosin. Daryl will be thrilled to have a Mosin. Let's make sure that's on 1 speed the next time we go. Okay, and then Isaac, before you head off, I want you to grab the Leonfield. Ooh. This is really unstable. I need to look into some mods later to see what's going on. Okay, and then everybody else just gets whatever gun they can. Isaac Enders, you're doing that, grab that auto pistol, and you. Oh no, stop that. Put that one. Put that. Who doesn't have a gun? Dakota. Dakota. Okay, when you're done removing the floor, come equip this revolver. Sidearms mod is really nice, by the way. It does things. Oh, this is really unstable. Makes me wonder if I need to play vanilla. Like a very loose version of vanilla. It doesn't have as many mods. Probably run a little better. Alright, let's zoom in on this and watch them just, like, zoom through it. One more? One more? One more? Yeah! Okay. So, I'm proud to announce that the mod does work. It works as advertised, and we're multi-threaded. Which means our game is running really nicely. Okay, let's get some... okay. Let's do some planning. I want to see if we can cordon off some areas to have rooms on their own so they're not complaining, right? If we do... this, that's 2 rooms. What we need to do is tear this off, or we can build some kind of thing there. We're going off this like 2x3 model. If that were the case, it looks something like this. No, we just have to fix that. Build those over. We'd have a couple few rooms. And we can have somebody. We do like this, go over one. That one there. We have a 4x4 in there. We'll have to build an expansion. Okay. We'll have to go through this too. Let's go ahead and claim this stuff over here. Claim. There, now they should repair that. And we can build... I guess we'll continue building out of steel. To remove that limestone column. Not doing anything anyways. Those up. Yeah, it seems that there's some sound bugs that come with doing this. Oh, you're trapped. Grand. And that gets replaced. We'll just put it there. We need to bring another piece of wood. There we go. Now they're free. Oh! Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Dakota pursued Enders by playfully making fun of his voice. Enders agreed and became Dakota's lover. God damn. That didn't take long. Alright. Okay, now we need to build, I guess, beds? Because we should start with beds, right? We start with ergonomic beds. No. Alright. We don't have a stockpile, so we'll just have to do something like this. What I want to do, actually, is put that there, and then replace that one of these. And this guy gets a door, too. Ooh. I zoomed out and it didn't like that. Apparently we took a dog with us, I didn't realize. That's strange. Zoom in a little bit more. Let's see if that helps out. It seems to just be doing some kind of complex math. You fucking idiots do it. Oh, they're trapped. They can't. Alright. Well, I guess we'll see you in the next morning. Actually, one of these people are night owls. We need to fix that. I just remembered. One of you is a night owl. It is Daryl. Daryl's a night owl. So let's set his thing accordingly. I actually want them to be set to anything most of the time, so if they're not tired, they just don't go to sleep. Then Daryl specifically go to sleep from around 6 to like 18. 8 is there. Go 15 on. Only needs 8 hours of sleep, he'll be okay. I could probably push it off for 7, but you know. And we're gonna just blitz through this night. You can just tell them to deconstruct the wall. There you go. I didn't get food. Ooh. Something else we need to look into is storage. What I think we'll do is take this area up here. Cut it out and make a kind of a I might turn the one mod off until it's a bit more stable. The game won't run bad without it, it'll just run a little worse. It's a nice mod, I feel, if you're running like vanilla. You just want to go, but I don't play vanilla, so. After this episode. I just want longer. What's on mine? Really hard. I appreciate it. A little. Oh. The entire bottom panel just disappeared. That still works, it just disappeared. That's interesting. Ah! Okay, lemons. Dead. Um, I think I need to disable the one mod, but it's a really nice mod. I think it has great potential. We'll come back to it. I'll be back in a few minutes once I'm done turning it off. Can't get into the escape menu. This is broken. Okay. We're gonna have to load a save back, but we'll be back in a bit with that, and we'll continue from there. Christ.